Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Cordant and we are back to continue our playthrough of Tyranny. So, we are in the Shattered Bastion. We came here to see what was up with this area. We had a very cool fight where we could see ball lightning to its full effect with the Scarlet Chorus over here, and now we're hopefully gonna go in and meet some more of the Scarlet Chorus people. One of them was at least happy to see us kill his, well, not friends, but his brethren, I guess we could call them.
You didn't see nothing.
Have I seen this before or not? I forget if I've seen this before. I don't think I have. Oh, there was an entire area over here as well. Okay.
No can do.
Wait, these are... What is this? I don't know what this is. It kind of looks like Disfavoured, but it's not, right? It's something else. Okay. Interesting.
Let's be off.
Some rice. I was gonna say, I wonder if this would be the other way to get in if we chose to not, you know, side with the guy on top. And judging by the rope over there, I'm guessing that's the case. A group of unkempt, filthy commoners huddle among the a motley of barrels and boxes. The heavy stenches of sweat, stale food, and grass cling to the still air. The presumptive leader of the group stands as you enter and moves toward you, weapon in hand. I would not advise that. Bastard's wound. The approaching woman's olive cheeks seem drawn and sallow. Dark circles shadow eyes that survey you before searching over your shoulder. Seemingly reassured by her brief inspection, she lowers her weapon slightly so that it's not pointed directly at your chest. Her muscles remain taut, however, her stance of... God, this writing is messing me up. Her muscles remain taut, however, her stance that of a veteran soldier ready to respond to first sign of aggression. You didn't bring the chorus in with you, and if you were disfavored, you'd have loudly bragged about your pedigree already. So that leaves me wondering, just who are you? So they don't know they're here, I wonder? Cordam, Fatebinder of Tunon, and you are? A Fatebinder? Fantastic. Her tone suggested that it's anything but. You here to kill us, or can we convince you to keep our present secrets from the chorus madmen? You still haven't told me who you are. She blinks rapidly. Right, I haven't. The name's Gwyneth. I'm the guide for this little band. Used to be more. Used to be a mercenary. But no one's offering coin for a blade anymore. If you weren't born north of the gates of judgment, there's nothing for a warrior save cloth of crimson and a mass grave. Red or dead, as they say. She sighs. So I stopped worrying, more or less. What do you want exactly? We need to get back inside the mountain. We'd come out, she falls silent for a moment and a slight shudder runs through her. We'd come out to scavenge for supplies. When we got back, we found crimson assholes crawling around the place. You live in a cave? Well, it wasn't our first choice of homes, but we've taken shelter in a nearby cave. While we were out looking for supplies, these chorus goons somehow buried the cave entrance with rubble. We could excavate a path, but not with chorus spears prodding our rears while we dig. Help us be rid of the scarlet shit stains and we'll scrounge up some appropriate recompense. I know they've got one of your people up there, one of those creepy scout twins. Oh? Not sure how much help that is to you, but maybe keep it in mind if things get bloody. It's been a couple of days since I've played this, I don't remember that part. Will you help me with them? As much as I'd love to make battle centers of some crimson scum, I've got too many wounded. Okay, I'll see what I can do. Thank you. Let us know when the gang is no longer a threat. Because... Hidden truths. I think I came here for a completely different reason, right? Yeah, we were summoned via missive. Speak to Rolls the Butcher, yeah. Satisfied, Rolls has lowered the ramp leading to Scarlet Chorus camp. Speak with Rolls. Gwyneth has asked you for assistance in reading the chartered bastion of the Scarlet Chorus occupants. She claims that her group will help you access the cave in exchange for their aid. Alright.
I'll be your shadow.
Won't happen.
Well, I hold no love for the chorus, so if I can kill them, I'll probably will. Nice, 2 hides.
Let's be off.
So this would be a way up. We don't need it, but if we did, there's one. Money. Oh, I also forgot. Before I started the episode, I leveled up Lantry because he leveled up to level 15. Nothing too special. I gave him 1 more point in finesse. He's up to 18 now. And I also gave him second breath. This way he can revive a fallen comrade if it's needed. That's basically it. No
Of course.
big change on him. I guess I could take a look at his... Whoops. At his spells. Did I forget the keybind? It's P, yeah. 179. Man, I wish. Why am I not using this? I don't know. Bit much. Almost. Don't want that. You are maxed. 155. 165, sure. Can't. And can't. Okay. So one slight update.
On the lookout.
I cannot.
On the lookout.
I cannot.
Okay, so let's go in through the bridge, which was lowered for us.
Do you have eyes on me?
Whetstone and blood moss. We have another rope going
No
up.
can do.
Hirax rolls the butcher. Now, I'm feeling like this could turn into a fight. Oh, and we want this guy, don't we? He's disfavored. Yes, we do. Blood Chanter, Horde, Scarlet Fury, Horde, rolls the butcher. Alright. So this would be a nice choke point. But it's a slope, which I don't want to deal with. So I would imagine something like stealth.
On the lookout.
Yeah, let's actually buff up. In case this does turn into a fight. I feel like it might do just that. Let's do that. Coupled with guidance on me. Coupled with Gift of the Golem. And I am gonna buff people with... So, polish arms on you. And I also want this on you. And then you can give everybody mirror image. Doesn't even hit Barik. Perfect.
Then.
Okay, so you guys do your thing.
Raven Ash protects.
Okay. Stealth. You move up. Verse move up. The captive Oathbound's head rests between his knees, his figure motionless save for slow breathing. You are in melee. Let's see if I can speak with him first. I'm gonna quick save just in case. Hirax. The man bound before you wears his favored violet crusted with patches of dried blood, the faint blue light of an oath-bound scout sigil shimmering unsteadily through a thick layer of grime. He watches you approach from under a lowered brow, his features sunken and dark. His right eye socket seems a bit darker than his left, as if he bears a near-healed bruise, and the sour scent of mingled sweat and urine wafts from him. Fatebinder, he rasps, then clears his throat. Apologies, haven't had occasion to say much today. You recognize me? Could hardly forget the Fatebinder turned Harbinger, could I? We owe you a debt. I have no doubt has every intention of honoring it. I am called Hirak, son of Hyperia, oath brother of Marek, currently attached to the 5th Boreal. No idea why you left that lout-mounted lout rolls alive, though. He shifts against his bonds, wincing. Bonds. Remedy that and I'll provide the intelligence I've found since I got here. The intelligence my people died for. Okay, so we have 2 people now wanting me to kill this guy. So, I'm surprised rules have to alive. You strike me as a liability. Now, if I were to say this, I would mean he's a liability for rolls, not for me. But let's see how the game does this. They think I will talk of what I and my brother have seen. They underestimate my willpower, but have taken joy in testing my limits. Okay. I'll see what I can do. I don't want to free him before I deal with them, though. Get up here. Yeah, stealth up. Go there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nothing much. Frankly, Fatebinder, I had a bit of the nervous knees when you showed up, but you spilling Warbler's innards down shows me where you stand. I think you and I could establish quite a mutually beneficial relationship if you've got a mind for it. I'm listening. So a couple years back, Cairn came through and toppled this place with half an effort. He split the ground, ruined this here manor, and even cracked open the mountains while he was at it. So he didn't give a lot of thought to the cave when we first came up here, because who gives a lot of thought to a hole in the ground, right? But 2 of Warbler's kids wanted to go poke around inside and never came out. We sent another 2 after them, and we never saw them again either. I'm guessing those guys killed them. Don't know if something's taken residence in the cave or if Cairn unleashed something from the depths, but I can't exactly start building an army to shake the tears if I've got that shit at my back, can I? So we collapsed the entrance. An army to shake the tears? Yeah. This gang here is just a start. Now that we're fighting in his favor, this war's getting interesting again, and I need to do my part to help the chorus succeed. He smiles. Besides, it is our rule that the strong lead and the weak follow. Given my strength, I would be insulting the Archon by not gathering the largest gang I can muster. Of course. The idea of something coming up out of that cave to eat us while we sleep has gotten no more attractive with time. That's where you come in. Get that cave open and kill whatever's lurking in there, and you can come and go through this fort as you please. Set up camp here for all I care, and if it goes well enough, maybe we find other ways to help each other out. And how am I supposed to open a collapsed cave? Don't know? That's why I need your help. Fatebinder's no magic, right? What's to stop me from just killing you and taking this place for myself? Besides me, my blades and my crew, I guess nothing. I'm trying to be cordial here, Fatebinder. You really want things to get ugly? So, there's a part of me that wants me to pause the video and go check out the wiki what I would get if I did this, but I'm just gonna go with the role-playing, and I'm gonna side with my disfavored friend over there and the people over there as well. So, I could try to be deceitful and maybe attack... No, I cannot attack friendly people, can I? Because they're green. Yeah, attack them. I think I'll somehow get by without you. Wrong move. Roll signals to his gang with a roar. Gut this law dog ass lick. Yeah, let's see how things go for you, dude. Let's stealth you up, and let's see. I'm gonna try and have Barek and Verse somewhat nearby. I don't want them to get too spread apart. I will start right now with this. I want to make sure I taunt as many people as I can, and I'm gonna leave these 2 in stealth. Okay, so let's see. No, that's a shield, not an archer. Okay, so archer, melee, caster. Let's see if I can deal with him in some way. I'll try and bring you here, force them to shoot these people. Wait, she's aiming at Lantry? You're in stealth. I think that's just buggy. So what would I start with? Sorry, I had a cough tickling my throat. Let's just wait for these two to act and then we'll take Lantry to do something here.
Unstop!
Okay, taunted, taunted. Let's see if this one wants to come in.
You got it.
You can start smacking. This guy could be annoying. Let's see. Maybe I'll start on him. They do not seem to care about this. Okay, so change of plans. I'm gonna pull my casters down here. Make them all want to go this way. Should have done that in the first place, shouldn't I? I should have. Well, let's stun the... Oh, I want to use this. Never mind. Well, I will stun her, and you just unstealth and run over there.
Not a problem, boss.
Oh, don't tell me you cannot get through. He can't get through, can he? Nope. He cannot get through. That's a problem. Let's try and taunt 10%. Okay, we're gonna stun her. You're gonna heal yourself. You're already wounded. Jesus Christ. Just heal for now. I would like to have this bitch clumped up here, but I can't do it. Maybe I'll go here to start throwing line spells. I think so.
I got it.
Okay, so he healed up. Let's do this. Seems good to me. Let's do this also. And after we go for this, I'm gonna go for my new favorite spell, Ball Lightning. Okay, she's missing, it's fine. Stun, stun, stun. I'll take it. Let's have you do a Ball Lightning also. This might kill all three, let's see.
I did that. Nice.
Okay, they're all marked and silenced, perfect. It's taking some decent damage there. Heal up. What are you doing, lady? Okay, you're getting smacked. Just throw a heal there. He's fireballing Lantry. Let's just get out. You cast your Ball Lightning, so let's just get out with you. There, they just want to go after him. God damn it. Go intercept. And this Ball Lightning will also go in. We'll kill this guy almost for sure. This guy possibly. I'll start injuring this lady here. You move back. Go over there.
Other than that.
Okay, good, good. That's very good. That's what I wanted. Let's toss this over there, I guess. Go skewer that guy. Okay, good fireball. Let's move in. I'm gonna go for my my Icicle Storm. You go for that guy. You can smack this guy. Have I killed the special one? Yeah, I have.
Graven.
Icicle Storm.
Act.
The healing wisps went out, I think. Let's get up here because I want to do something. Once he stops casting there. And if I want a Rhyme Spike, I will want it on her. I'll turn off slow-mo here. Okay, I want this. Somebody's screaming a lot. That was a lovely heal, wasn't it? Yes, it was.
As you command.
Fall before me.
Okay, dude. You're dead. He's injured.
Affirmative.
And I have not forgotten about the comments telling me that I mistreat my party because I don't rest often enough. I know. But it's only a single wound. He can handle it, right? He can handle it. Look, he has some cheese.
Nope.
He's fine, dude.
Can do.
He can just eat some cheese and be
No
fine.
can do.
The chorus collapsed into this cave, blocking it with huge slabs of heavy stone. Clearing it by hand would be the work of a span or longer. Okay, let's see what you have to say. No loot, by the way. This always makes me sad. Killing a specially named character doesn't drop loot. Oh, I'm so close. Level up here? There's something profoundly wondrous in outliving your enemies. He grins, something feral in the way. His lip curls over his eye teeth. Get these ropes off of me and I'll tell you why I'm out here. I mean, he's on my side. I don't think I need to do this. Although, this is experience. You got that backwards, tell me what I want to know, then I'll free you. He says nothing for a moment, scrutinizing you with narrowed eyes. Fine. My team wasn't the first Iron Guard Akalos sent to this estate. The other never reported back. We were dispatched to recover whatever was left of them, but we found precisely nothing. No gear, no evidence of a fight, nothing that seemed a sign left for other disfavor to find. Then Rolls hit us. At night, by surprise, like a motherless coward. We had set watch, obviously, but one of his mages did something to Corex that kept him from calling out. It was the pain of him burning that woke me and the others, the only reason we were able to kill the chorusman we did. He shudders, then releases a sigh. No one else survived. Only the General's grace saved me. We canvassed the area pretty thoroughly before Rolls showed up. Only place we'd stayed out of was the cave in the back. The hole scared Rolls shitless, though, so he closed it up. He looks towards a jumbled pile of stone to the north. Wish we'd gotten a chance to check in there for the first crew. Then at least I'd have something to take back to Iron Hearth. There, that's what I know. Want to get me out of these ropes? Yeah, we'll free him. I'll take care of those bonds for you. Now, here I think we should have the option to kill him. I don't want to kill him, but I mean, we had the option for subterfuge, making him talk before we free him. So, if before we had 3 options to kill him, why not now? But okay. Thank you, Fatebinder. He Rex straightens as you release him, then scratches his joints cracking loudly. He scowls at his arms, which were obviously badly broken and have-healed twisted by his bonds. I appreciate the aid. The Oathbound locks his eyes on yours. Fatebinder, you're said to be a close ally to the General, so that's something you need to know. We had a secondary objective out here. The original reason Ironheart dispatched the first squad to this backwater. The Legion lost track of an Earthshaker out here a few spans back. Chances are he went as rogue as his Archon before him. That's interesting. We can't have every Tearsman's mother hurling boulders at us, so if he's not dead, he needs to be. He nods. You're our only chance of making that happen now. You know what I know, Fatebinder. I need to return to Ironheart and report in. He looks at his arms. And get these limbs straightened out. No enjoyment in that, I promise, but at least it'll distract me from everything else. Graven Ash protects. That he does, if only he could do more. Farewell, Fatebinder. With a final glance at you, the Oathbound walks away. Okay, so he saved a friend.
I'll do it for the North.
No level up for me, sadly. Let's go and speak with these guys again. Or actually, let's check this area, because I haven't been here before. Shh.
Cannot.
I like Kana. Bronze ingot and a scroll.
No can do.
Okay. No. I have been here, right? I think I have. Yeah, I think I have. On a completely off-topic note, do you guys want to know what I've been playing recently? like a little bit here and there. I have been playing Super Metroid, which I had never played before in my life.
No can do.
And I was kind of afraid it was going to be too dated or something, but it's actually just an amazing game, even nowadays. Gwyneth, you don't exactly work quiet, do you? I suppose that ruckus means it's all taken care of, clean and tidy. They're no longer a problem. She takes a deep breath and exhales. That's, well, it's a real relief and a half. There was always a chance we'd get stuck out here, that the mountains would move again, or, Kairos forbid, Kern would come back to finish what he started. So Wags, one of our specialists, he cooked us up an alchemical compound called Ocean's Fire. Burns as fast and hot as a Wrathcaster's spell. Set correctly, it will clear the cave entrance out in an instant, but if it gets bumped wrong, say by some idiot chorus conscripts, we all meet the void well charred. Guild Apprentice. You're carrying Ocean Fire, are you that eager to die? I assure you that nobody appreciates the gravity of the situation as I do. It was the only guarantee of re-entrance we could muster. But at least you understand, don't you, why we couldn't do this if the chorus hadn't been pacified? Okay, so give me the Ocean Fire, I'll see to the cave entrance. Her sigh reveals profound relief, and she accompanies it with a nod. Thank you. Be extraordinarily careful with it. You don't want to be within 20 paces when the pace meets the air. Hunker down behind some rubble up top, then lob it at the cave entrance. I'm guessing athletics check. She reaches into one of the crates and pulls forth an unpainted clay pot. She passes it to you with extreme gentleness, and you note that its lid is sealed with a thick ring of melted wax. Oh, and don't miss. Yeah, I'm gonna try not to. Access the cave with the Ocean Fire. I'm guessing I'm gonna get an athletics check over here. Yep, climb up the rope. That should be some experience. Maybe not. And actually, give me a second, please. And I am back. I also brought some more water, because I felt like I was gonna need it. And so we have the option to blow that stuff up, or climb this area. And I'm kind of interested in seeing what the hell is over here. I'm gonna quick save in case this does like an area change, which I don't really want right now.
They won't see me coming.
Oh, secret items. I like secret items. Sean Connery. Oh! Was ist das? Okay, wait. Oh no, but I'm using a legendary one, right? Wait, what? That's it? That's all you do? Oh, it's only purple because it's exquisite, right? Okay, okay. So it's not that much of a difference, honestly. Does anybody want this? I don't think so, right? Because we would rather have dodge. Yeah. Okay, I got excited for no reason. Oh well. Let's go back down. Let's go blow up the thing. And just in case we get like mangled from the blast, I'll just symbiotic. Quick save. The chorus collapsed the entrance to this cave, blocking it with huge slabs of heavy stone. Clearing it by hand would be the work of a spanner longer. Okay. Use Ocean Fire. Expose the jar of Ocean Fire to the air, starting its ignition process. And piss off? Yeah. Okay, cool. So, apparently, we are gonna find an Earthshaker inside, right? Well, actually, I'm not sure if these people will give me experience for the quest for opening it up, or if I have to clear it. Let's check it out before we go in. Should have gone down the rope. I forgot. I saw the ocean fire from here like a spiral of living flame. Felt it too. I imagine it was something like that when Kairos struck down the Vellum Citadel. Not quite the same order of magnitude, no. Anyway, thanks. We've got to get these supplies together and move them inside, but you go ahead. Just don't tell them I sent you or anything. Who is them and how will they know I'm not hostile? I got tasty meat. She rummages through one of the barrels and hands you a soft, cool package tied off in twine. The beasts that stand guard should let you pass if you gave them this. Huh. I am now very curious. I am no longer expecting an Earthshaker. I am now expecting some kind of beast. Oh, and that sounds like a beast as well.
Moving cautiously.
Yeah, we're gonna move cautiously. What is the meat? Here. A bundle of raw succulent meat would probably be delicious if cooked properly, but it almost looks good enough to eat as it is. I am tempted to kill whatever is in here for experience. But I kind of want to see what the peaceful approach does. Luminescent mushrooms on the cavern's floor emitting a disquieting glow without providing much in the way of illumination. Reminds me of the Underdark in Baldur's Gate 3. Very purpley and shiny. This stone formation quietly hums a slowly modulating melody. Its tune reminds you of the Archon of Song. Oh, it's these people. Hillstrider. Okay. So, I don't really hold any affiliation with them. I could just kill them. At the same time, there's no real reason to do so, right? If they don't come at me, I don't think I'm gonna be hostile just for being hostile's sake. So I'll just do this.
Honest.
In case it turns into a fight, of course. Alright. Hillstrider. The shadows shift before you in hulking masses of darkness. As you step closer, the pale luminescence of the cave fungi highlights blunt, bony features. Lips curl back over yellow fangs and violet gums, and sinewy muscles tighten as the beast's clawed fingers spread open. Ah, it sounded like it was going to be voiced. Hillstrider, Woundkin. Another human. The large of the figure steps forward, revealing yourself as a heavily muscled beast woman covered in rust-colored fur. Her yellow gaze narrows intensely upon you, nostrils flaring to drink in your scent. Does new human offer man flesh to Hillstrider's pack? Crying leather claws offer more bone than meat. Made short meals for beast woman. Okay, so I have no quarrel with you, I'll simply be on my way. We can offer the meat. You look hungry. Clear the way, no time for this. You ate the people who came before? I guess I can ask this first. Beast women waste no meat, not even human meat. She scratches her belly with a satisfied grin. Okay. Yeah, I'm tempted to kill them, but again, they're not hostile. You look hungry. The beast woman's nostrils twitch and she steps forward cautiously, attention dipping to the offered hunk of meat. Smells fresh enough. It's yours if that is true. She plucks a slab from your hand, inhales deeply of its scent, then licks it with her broad tongue. She steps to the side and the packmates clear the path. Go through, before Hillstrider changes mind. Okay, so I guess what's happening is you either side with the chorus and you have to kill these, or you side with the other people outside and you have to kill the chorus and not these. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I hope you don't have any good items.
Affirmative.
I'll say that.
Slow and steady.
Ah, we can just move through. Okay. This looks old wallsy, doesn't it? It does. Oh, it's like a hub? Bastard's Wound. I like this. Tearsman. But is this not the old walls? Do they not realize that a presence here is forbidden? Do you think they care, Barik? Outsiders, run! Why? I come in peace. Find lead of the refugees. Cheese in the old walls. More cheese in the old walls. The ones who got away. I'm gonna quick save this. Mel. The Fatebinder. How did you... I mean, welcome. Fatebinder. Yeah, he's part of the Bastard's Wound. Good day to you. The young man greets you with a smile as distant shouts reverberate throughout the area, steadily growing in volume. As you might have observed, your presence comes a bit of a surprise. It's an unexpected pleasure, to receive an esteemed servant of the court. He bows stiffly, revealing a row of multi-shaped quills along his back. Sage Lantry, what are you doing here?
I could ask the very same of you. Taking shelter in the old walls, that takes nerves of iron, or wits of stone.
To squat in the old walls. It is a wonder the Bane have not rewarded their hubris with a painful death.
That's true.
Well, this is unexpected. Though I'm glad to see you alive, my young friend. I'm not here to reminisce. I'm with the Fatebinder now, so I'll need to insist that you start explaining whatever it is you're doing here.
I am Scribe Mel of the Realm Citadel. Formerly of, I suppose I should say. You aren't here to... Kairos doesn't have another edict in store for us, does he? He taps a long quill against his thigh, his feather plume fluttering nervously in return. I figured if that was the case, I'd be waist deep in lava as we speak. The sage concludes with a half-hearted chuckle that tapers in terrified silence. What is this place? I struggle with the definition myself, truthfully. We call this place the Bastard's Wound, or just the Wound for short. It's a refuge of sorts, a haven for folks displaced by war and poor decision-making. Everyone that's here discovered this place by chance, but remains by choice. The decor is unorthodox, to be sure, but it does come with the benefit of extreme seclusion. Not that we object to the court's presence, or that of the Archons. We simply thought it best to unburden you all of the weight of governance. I know you have better things to do than check up on us. We're fine, really. Everything is fine. You look past the scribe, taking note of the details of this cavernous area. Giant stone walls flank the space and ascend to an open sky, seemingly shorn apart from one another. Thunderous waterfalls cascade down, nearly ringing the stone-tiled islands that comprise the settlement. Though covered by damp moss and man-made tints, the stone architecture here is unmistakably of the old walls. Can we get another spire? I would love that. What's all the commotion about? Visitors are always cause for alarm. Moreover, you aren't just any outsider, you're a Fatebinder. To many, it's as if two nuns just strolled into our homes. Your dispensation of justice could have profound ramifications for little-known and, technically, hidden settlements such as ours. Some of the refugees here don't know your intentions. No doubt they have little to fear, right? Why are you all here? Isn't it the old walls is forbidden? Of course. I can see why things might appear that way. He stammers, running his hands clumsily over the scrolls along his bandolier. He snatches one from its loop and taps at it nervously. If you look at this drawing of the area, we are, by way of several fathoms, below the old walls you see rising up. So who's to say if we're in the walls or really just underground? Other than a Fatebinder, of course, I merely mean to suggest that there's some potential ambiguity as to whether we've really done anything wrong. Examine the parchment. Sketched upon the crumpled parchment is a cross-section of what appears to be old walls running through the mountainous region of the Bastard's Tier. If this map is accurate, these old walls run almost entirely under the mountains. The upper reaches of these old walls are just a few stories above the valley floor. Judging from the map, the old wall slopes upward as it travels north and slopes downward as it heads south. I'm not going to be mean to them. The permissibility of this settlement depends upon its contributions to the court and its officers. I am not here to condemn this settlement, yet. Thank you, Fatebinder. I will merely say that this is an unusual place, and its legal standing somewhat unclear. We would never knowingly violate Kairos' law, is what I meant. We appreciate your generosity, Fatebinder. I hope that you will come to appreciate the wound in time. No doubt you have many questions of us. I shall do my best to acquaint you with this outpost. Is there anything I can help you with? Okay, questions about the wounded history? The analysis and creation of historical documents was one of my chief areas of focus in the Citadel, and I've had enough time to acquaint myself with the particulars of this place, so I suppose I'm the person to ask. What would you like to know? How did everyone get here? This place was discovered 3 years ago by braver and more adventurous souls than Master Lexem and I. We're relative newcomers, going on about a year at this point. When Cairn smashed Rostrum Vorus's manor, his supporters fled into Crack Mountainside and discovered this place. At the time, life here with the Bane sounded better than life at war with the Archons. From there, the settlement grew in spurts. We are far off from the beaten path, so visitors are rare, but the few we've gotten have often made this place home. Not every encounter with the outside has been positive. When some Disfavoured found us, things got ugly fast, but the bloodshed was limited and the survivors joined us in the end, if a bit reluctantly. Really? Okay. What do you know about this place? Remarkable place, is it not? He stretches his arms apart, looking around for emphasis. We have no idea how old this corner of the old walls happens to be, but the tunnel leading into it came into being a few years ago. Cairn's fury was unleashed in the battle of the topside, and whatever powers we used split under the mountains and fractured these old walls. He points upward past the crashing waterfalls and towards the exposed sky. The divided walls flared outward, a giant maw stretched towards the firmament. Cracked the whole damn old walls in half, and now sunlight and water are here for the first time since... ever? Makes me wonder if there are other old walls like this that are hidden from view to those of us just walking the surface. How do you survive in this place? What do you eat? We get enough sunlight to cultivate crops on the upper levels. Cabbage, gnash root, radishes, mushrooms even. The biggest challenge here is drinking water, despite appearances. He leans forward while speaking, his tone energetic. It's a rather interesting phenomenon, actually. Something in the old wall's environment leaches into the water and corrupts it, producing a most curious disease in the afflicted. There's no fever or chills, bleeding, vomiting, or what have you, but you will waste away over time as if one were starving. Tidecaster Wagstaff devised a method to magically treat the water, rendering it safe to consume. They have a water mage. And with curative properties for those already sick. This solution is a bit slow at making large amounts, but fortunately Jaspers constructed some stone aquifers. Water poured into these aquifers will drain a few hours later and emerge purified. Between their contributions, we're able to make the wound a proper home, so long as the two keep their squabbling to a minimum. Do the Bane not threaten you? He nods, absent-mindedly rubbing the dried ink between his fingers. Yes, of course, but we have a system for that. You've met our greeting party in the caves, I take it. Incidentally, what happened to... He shakes his head, dismissing the thought. It doesn't matter. The point is that we have a contingent of beastmen with us, and they've adapted exceedingly well to the old walls and show little fear of the abominations. They have been perfectly eager to dig their claws into any that come our way. It's surprising it even works, by the way, but who am I to agree? To argue? Well, at any rate, they keep the entry points to the wound clear and seem content to keep doing so. In fact, I dare say some of them have come to love hunting the Bane, or just have a death wish and that's why they volunteer to patrol day after day. Okay, other matters? What do you do here? What don't I do? Someone has to inventory the supplies, take census, ledger trades. It's all pretty exciting, I assure you. I happen to like playing steward, balancing numbers is easy for me, and I have far more responsibilities than I ever did as a mere scribe at Citadel. Aren't you a bit young for a sage? If I were a tenured sage, that may well be true, but I'm just an apprentice. Many in the guild scribe for decades before attaining rank. As the school is no more, I suppose I'll never officially be counted among the sages, but I am making my contributions to knowledge in my own ways. My master thinks similarly, though I think the loss of the school means more to her. I had a few years to know the other sages, she had a few decades. Where is your master? Master Lexam is sadly not among us. She vanished into the lower levels some time ago. She wasn't herself. He furrows his brow, visibly distressed. Life here is rather complicated, and the old walls bless us with numerous mysteries. One of those is unending sleeplessness, an affliction that drove her mad. Lexam? She's alive? So she survived the Edict of Fire. Lantry's eyes widen with surprise, and you hear the clinking of vials as his entire body trembles. Friend of yours? Sage Lexam and I go way back. She joined the school a year before I did, so we more or less ran the paces together. If she's alive, why didn't she try to find me? Did you try to contact all the other soldiers you thought were alive? Right. We try not to cloud the skies with missive birds. That would just give the enemy something to follow. Like me, she probably tried to avoid detection, not light a signal fire. Were you two rivals or friends? Both? We were chroniclers, so there was competition of sorts, but I think I'm allowed to say we got along pretty well. Not that many of my friendships survived on my politics. I was in favor of surrendering the school to Kairos, hardly a popular outlook. Last I know, she went to the depths of the old walls. To me, that's a death sentence, especially if she's no longer able to work her magic. I am so sorry. I wish you had stumbled upon us sooner. Maybe you could have reconnected with her. Maybe we still can. Her mind was dwindling, and I know she was fixated on making sure everything she carried out to develop Citadel was hidden and safe. Oh? She and I hid one such cache over by the farm. The others are, I presume, deeper in the old walls. Lexem knew an old sage trick that conceals the stashes, making them fade from view unless another chronicler stands near. Oh, yes! When her magic began fading, she made a rush to conceal things, but aside from the one stash in the farm, only she knows where the rest lay. Who's in charge here? So you definitely want to take Lantry for this area. Unfortunately, that's a matter of debate at the moment. For a while, two men in particular led this settlement, Tidecaster Wagstaff, who has been here the longest, and Forge-bound Master Jaspus. They made it possible to survive here, but rarely see things eye to eye. Were the conditions here not so fragile, I'm certain they would have come to blows ages ago. There was also a beast woman, Reef Talon, really quite a remarkable creature actually. She held this place together and kept tempers at bay until fairly recently. She was as worthy a leader as we've seen in the Wound, but she's no longer with us. And so the bickering between Jaspus and Wagstaff continues. Tell me about Jaspus. Look for the broad-shouldered man with the booming voice. He's almost always taking out his frustration on some poor rock or boulder just there by his forge. Okay. He points northwest towards a plume of smoke rising above the surrounding walls. Jaspus and his two apprentices arrived sometime after Wagstaff. I think we worried he'd be a true loyalist and demand we surrender to Kairos, but he's taken a shine to this place and is trying to create his own little corner of Tyratus. I think he likes the seclusion and being surrounded by a variety of rock types. He built most of the bridges you see here, some cisterns to filter water. He's a one-man work crew, and he knows it, unfortunately. He has more than a few supporters, particularly since he created those purifying aquifers. The water here causes illness, and without his help, most of us wouldn't have enough clean water to drink. Okay? Wagstaff. He chuckles, his lips pressed together in a slight knowing smile. Prickly old fellow, Wagstaff, one of the last Tidecasters in the tiers, I believe. His eyes widen in sudden realization. His kind were enemies to Kairos, true, but I'm certain he has no personal designs against the Overlord, Fatebinder. He's not one for pleasantries or charisma of any sort, but he is a master of his craft. He was the first to treat the toxic waters in these old walls, and to date, it's the only cure that works. The Wound would be in bad shape without him. Give him some time and you might see beyond the gruff exterior. Just know that he prefers the solitude of his pool, so don't head over there unless you're willing to suffer his glare. His pool. I mean, Tidecaster makes sense. A beast woman who's in charge. That's a bit unusual. Indeed, but Reef Talon is the most unusual beast. She's a lot more focused, patient, and sensible than all the other beasts I've ever encountered. Anyway, Reef Talon was able to organize beasts and humans into effective patrols against the Bane. With her in charge of defense, casualties dropped, no Bane ever stepped into the common area, and disputes between beasts all but disappeared. At a certain point, it seemed foolish not to have her in charge. We've had a few beastmen wander into our refuge, and I don't know how or why, but life here changes them. I don't know if it's the Bane, something in the water, something about the magic of this place. After a span or two living with us, most beastmen just seem to become a bit more civilized? Relaxed? Maybe speak to some of our beastmen, perhaps we'll agree. And what happened to her? Reef Talon was our bulwark against not only the Bane, but death itself. She had a mystic gift, or so we thought. Her touch brought everyone, the wounded, the sick, the dying, back from the edge, but it changed them. The curse wasn't noticeable at first, but seemingly without fail, those healed would slowly but surely stop sleeping. A minor malady at first, but a cumulative one. As days and weeks go on, they lose themselves. Depression, malaise, paranoia, unending unto itself. Yeah, just try having children. You'll know what this is. My Master Lexam was treated by Reef Talon, and in her case, she lost her ability to work magic. Between this and some disputes about whether it's proper for a beast woman to lead humans, resulted in Reef Talon leaving the wound, disappearing to the depths of the old walls. Many of the Sleepless followed. Okay, so you can maybe still find her. The Sleepless that left haven't returned, so it's hard to be optimistic about any of this. Lore? That's an unusual power. Can't say I've ever heard of a beastman mystic that does such things. 4 points? Come on. I regret not being a better student of beastman magics, but I concur. This is most unusual. What's stranger still, Reef Talon did not boast about being a mystic, and beasts are nothing if not boastful. I have a hypothesis. Perhaps she slew so many Bane their sickly powers have soaked into her very touch. He's shrugging, letting out a long sigh. But it's just speculation. All I know for sure is scores of lives were inadvertently ruined by her healing gift, and folks here have some complicated feelings towards Reef Talon. He pauses in thought, nervously rolling a quill between his fingers. None have recovered, unfortunately. The end result appears to be inevitable. Still, I can't help but wonder if Reef Talon could ever correct this. It's a shame. You should know, Fatebinder, that there are a smaller number of people that have been treated by Reef Talon, but haven't fully lost their grip on things. Jasper's apprentice, Isley, for one. It is, though, just a matter of time until the worst sets in. Alright. Long dialogue. Very well. Fatebinder, if you haven't done so yet, please speak with Jaspers or Wagstaff. The wound doesn't speak with a single voice, but these two come the closest to such a thing. As you turn to leave, you see Leandri lost in thought, rubbing his cerulean ink between his fingers and thumb. Guess one of your old friends is here. What should we expect? She's an old friend of mine, and by now you've already detected the understatement in my voice, so ask your questions. An old love interest, I presume? Yeah. You presume correctly. We were deeply intimate for the better part of 15 years. The school gave up long ago trying to make rules against fraternization and, well, we took full advantage of living in the modern era of the School of Ink and Quill, when sages could do away with furtive copulation and their foolish attempts to curb the natural inclination of scholars to rot. It was her magic I loved most. She was gifted, truly gifted. She could achieve these little accents on her spells that none of us could replicate. At first, I had nothing but envy and hate for her, but somewhere along the line it became adoration, and I just hoped to Kairos that if I rubbed up against her enough, maybe some of her talent would rub off onto me. No such luck. Okay. So, if you were so close, why didn't you flee the Citadel together? There was a time when we were inseparable. I learned much of my magic from her and her from me. We are each other's mentor and student. It is a very special bond of sort of bond. But it was a relationship that I followed through my own convictions. In the years before Kairos' conquest, I urged our school to surrender. And urged is an understatement. Rabidly advocated would be a more apt description. Lexem did not share my assessment of Kairos or my opinions on what must be done. I was in the dissenting minority, and most felt I was a traitor, Lexem included. But I wasn't about to back off from my belief that surrender was the right idea. Considering what came to pass, I feel justified in my stance. While I normally adore being right about things, in this particular case, my tumescent smugness may be it's worth the friendships it all cost me. Maybe isn't. Okay. What do you make of her condition? From the sound of it, she was afflicted with sleeplessness, and by all accounts, madness would naturally follow. But if she's on the old walls and enfeebled, she'd be easy prey for the Bane. Heard of anything like this before? Well, there are all manners of magic that can kill a person slowly. Where to begin? I am more perplexed that she, and by the sound of it, others too, were first healed and then grew ill. Okay, so the two of you worked on the Chronicle together. We are but two members of a team spanning generations, but yes, we both contributed to the Chronicles. Long bouts of field work and longer stretches of authoring our findings suited our temperaments. My colleagues insisted original research was the way to make a name for myself, but the accounting of everything is a cause greater than us all. Lexem saw the Chronicle as half record of things that were, and half record of how things ought to be. To her, each moment we record offers universal insights into how people will act in the future. I take the more modest stance that you can't stand in the same river twice, and the same general can't fight the same war twice, so history is of limited predictive power. Forgive me, you didn't ask for the nuances of our physiological debates. What do you make of these Chronicle fragments she tasked us to find? My heart sings every time I can safeguard a text against destruction. Still, there is something bothering me about these writings. Let's look around a bit more, shall we? Ask me again when I have a few pieces to compare. Okay, I'm gonna quick save this. Explore the cave. We have completed Hidden Truths. Speak with Wagstaff, speak with Jaspos. Okay, anything else? Find the Bastard's Wound Farm Chronicle. I definitely want that. And do we have something to find Lexam and the Beast? We do not. Okay, so I don't really want to go into like a lot more dialogue or combat sequences right now, because we're near the end of this episode. But we apparently have a lot to explore in the next time, and this is one of those areas with long loading screens. But yeah, we have a merchant over there. Let me see here. The farm is right there. A domicile. Yeah, these are all people of interest, I think. Wagstaff. Insipid Moniker. And Jaspos. Okay, this is looking to be a very interesting area indeed. Okay, my friends, we're gonna end the episode here. As always, I want to thank you all for being here with me on the channel watching some Tyranny. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Some fun stuff for the next one, I would hope. As always, if you have any questions, suggestions, anything at all, leave a comment below. If you are enjoying the content, consider subscribing for more. Many more videos coming out soon. It is also a free and easy way to support the channel. I hope to see you all in the next episode, and until then, stay safe everyone.